Listen, so I'll organize it if I need to, but it's actually still providing a level of clarity, right? Because the question will start one place, but we haven't totally derailed. We on the track. So go ahead, Bean.
I just add the
We
question
had
at the
this
bottom half
conversation
that says
earlier, right?
question at the bottom
Sharon,
says is
Ali.
vagina. So at the very bottom it says if vagina was put in a can. Exact. So I just saying that men
Yeah.
who never had this woman vagina still value, like it's still value in
So
her.
Daryl,
That's all.
absolutely
That's
your
all I'm
point is
saying.
your point is there's no way to undermine your point, right? But I'm saying the example that you used, is problematic, right? And the reason why I'm highlighting that. But Ali, Sharon, and myself had this conversation earlier, right? Most people who know Sherelle is my op, but I respect her mind. To me, she is the smartest, most logical, most objective, most introspective, most rational, reasonable woman I've ever met in my life. I give her that over my own mother. I don't even think it's a close second. It's her, and then everybody else is 10 under. She's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I've never even thought about her in a sexual way at all, ever. Right? But the whole thing is that no other woman is providing what she's providing. That's the point. They're not able to have that sort of conversation with you. They're not able to forego feminism, forego womanism, forego misandry, and the hating of men and all this other stuff. They ain't able to do that and just have the rational, reasonable conversation with you. They aren't providing that. So the conversation that we having right now can't be limited to content creators. It has to be about the majority of men, if you just want to say the US, but the world at large. And I'm saying you can't pay me to believe that 51% or more of the men at large have women who bring something provisionally that is more substantial than their sexuality. I can't see it. I've been around for a lot of moons, and I can't name a woman outside of my auntie who really I know for a fact brought something to her man that the sex didn't even really matter.
Beans, can I give you another example? When I
Absolutely,
worked,
please do.
yes, sir. When I worked with Princella the Queen Maker,
Mm-hmm.
never had sex with her.
Mm-hmm.
Was by far the most valuable product and most valuable partner I've ever had on YouTube.
Okay.
Easily. Right. So again, the value that she brought, the mentorship that she brought, the
Mm-hmm.
relationships that she brought, the books that she suggested, the information that she brought,
Right.
all of it had nothing to do with her sexuality. And to this day, the ladies, whether it's Sophia, whether it's Jalen, the ones that genuinely throw thousands of dollars at me,
Mm-hmm.
they came directly from her camp. You know what I'm
Ali.
saying?
So
Never had sex with anyone.
wait. So respectfully, on a micro level, I will concede to that.
Yes,
I
sir.
will concede
Oh,
to
no,
that. But on
okay.
the macro level,
Let
you
Ali
can't
go.
substantiate that, right?
I
Because
can see to
even
your
those
point.
women you're naming right now are misandrous at best.
I can see to your point.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. On a macro level, we just have to accept that yes, they tied into you because of what you represent. So if you say that it's based on the man, I won't argue with you on that. I'll let you have that. But on a
So
macro level, that's very difficult for you to substantiate.
Ali.
I feel like we all over the place because people keep putting in more arguments, right? This argument is completely irrelevant to what we're discussing because if you're going to bring in a man who already has a wife, he's already having sex with someone else. Why would we have to discuss whether he's having sex with the person he's hiring and he finds value in for business? That's an irrelevant point. There's no reason to bring in that
Oh, it
point.
was brought up with Sharon and his wife. My bad. I can see my time. I thought that
No,
point was brought up with Fatty and
No,
Sharon.
I
Fatty's just
see
said
why he's saying
Let
that, but
Ali
it's
go ahead and finish.
But
Ali,
Sharon
go
is
ahead.
married, and we still
Let
question
Ali
him
make his
cheating.
point.
Y'all
Let Ali
gotta
make his point.
so
control
either
yourself.
either few of the brothers are being disingenuous or they don't know the man's anatomy because it's our biological imperative to connect with a woman and reproduce. So even if she's not a good woman, if she has that body part, if there's a woman that's a good woman you can't have sex with, your biological imperative is going to connect with the woman you can reproduce with. Most men on this panel, if they meet a woman that don't want to have sex with you, they walking away from her right away. They're coming to her because of her, because they're coming to her because the possibility they can have sex and looking for a good quality woman. There's nothing wrong with that. But if they can't reproduce with her, if they can't have sex with her, no matter how good that woman is, they're not going to deal with that woman.
So you
This
just
nigga
contradicted yourself.
been in friend
How?
zones for 20 years.
Tell me how.
One at a
Wait, hold on,
time.
Jay Prince. Hold on, Jay Prince.
Men
Make,
sign
make,
up
make,
for women that
hold
been
on.
in friend zones, didn't
But
even
hold
smell.
on, before y'all misinterpret, I'm talking about an intimate relationship. I'm not talking about friendship. I'm talking about intimate relationships, not
But his
friendship.
intent was to get something initially, but he still stuck with that woman because she still offered something outside of coochie. Like I've been most men that been in relationships will understand that. First off, you're not fucking. I've been in a 5-year relationship. I did not fuck my woman the whole 5 years because she had brought something other outside of sex. Even when y'all say the bad woman, what y'all missing is most men be selling it, right? They in the mindset of selling it. So and a lot of times that by you selling it, okay, yeah. But what I'm saying is, by me being in a relationship, when it comes to bad woman, right? A bad woman.
Mm-hmm.
How many times niggas that had a bad woman and still stay?
Okay, can I challenge that real quick, DJ Ham? Because just real fast.
Yes, sir. So let's 100%. So let's do this. I want to get everybody a kind of like a final say so on this, and I just got one more question if you don't mind. So Ali, you can address it, and then we'll just go from right to left.
I'm gonna say it as respectful as I can, completely respectful, because I'm not saying baby mama. First of all, most people are not gonna believe you. If you have 3 mothers to your children and you're having custody of those children, Jay Prince, is that believable? What you're saying is believable that you didn't have sex with a woman for 5 years if you have 3 different mothers to your children and I'm saying respectfully as well too, and what's public, and then you have custody of those children. Do you think men believe you in that? Is that genuine what you're saying? You didn't have sex with a woman for 5 years?
No, it's not about what other men believe. It's about the woman that I said that I was with for 5 years, not my child's, neither one of my child's mother, right? I'm giving you an example of where if a woman, it was plenty of times where I said, man, I'm gonna leave, just like a million other men said they're gonna walk out the door and don't go no damn where for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. In the same with men signing up for a woman that he wanted some coochie in the beginning. She said no, and he's still been with that woman, breaking bread, everything for 20 years. Same with the men that y'all got y'all favorites on IG models, strip clubs. You're not fucking these women, but yet you still interacting with these women.
That's the point. That's the point.
What about these been in friend zones?
That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about friend zone.
Wow.
Okay,
so is the final consideration.
So it's on you, Fatty. You got. Go ahead. Just sew this up for yourself.
For the people that don't know, Q by the numbers is the biggest content creator from Le Peeps and Fight Clubs. She has 5,000 subscribers, doesn't do shows at all. Why? Because she's attractive. People go from TikTok, from Instagram, they just follow her just because every single person on this panel been doing shows day by day, night by night, and Q just because she has a pussy and she looks good, she gets subscribers on demand. Second part, Anton, as business strategy told us multiple times, he surrounds himself with beautiful women around him because his value brings up. Not shady woman, not fat woman, not women that are not attractive. He chooses attractive women. I'm not going to name drop. Remember what Daryl Long said? He mentioned women that are attractive on his panel. There's other women that never show their face or are actually unattractive, and he didn't mention them for whatever reason. And finally, as content creators, we know if we put a panel with no woman, there's 500 people watching. If we put a panel with ugly woman, 600 people watching. If you put a panel with beautiful woman, 1,000 people are watching. That's the value. It's literally sexuality. We spend more money when beautiful women are on our panels. Everybody here knows that. So why are you
guys
playing,
Fatty?
Last thing.
That's a minute and 20 seconds. You got 5 seconds.
10 seconds. Priscilla came to this space and she left. She only left with one thing. Another content creator, pussy. That's how valuable it is. She came to this place. She left.
I would like to respond, please.
Leave it.
One of the women that everybody wants.
Fatty, come on.
Chaotic Truth has 8,000 subscribers. Courtney Michelle has 29,000.
Damn, my bad work.
Yo, don't. Come on, man. Come on. So good, Darryl. You got your minute you can respond
my-
to it or just make a statement. Go ahead.
I appreciate you. I think it's disingenuous. Anton, collectively on all his channels has over 1 million subscribers. So watching Q from the moment where she met Anton to being on his
Right.
channel every single night, that's how she gained subscribers. Any one of us on his channel every single night, whether we're a man or a woman, if you're there every single night, being propped up as his number 2, having your channel being shown to thousands of people every single night because Anton streams 3 times a day to every single channel for the most part, you're going to grow, right? So I think it's very disingenuous. As a matter of fact, Jay Prince grew in the same exact ways. And to say that Q didn't go live where she actually did go live, as a matter of fact, she wasn't going live and Fatty was actually hosting those panels for her. Those videos might be private, but we all remember when she was live. As a matter of fact, I had a wrench on that channel. So I think it's very disingenuous to say that Q only grew because of her vagina. There's a lot of women that have vaginas that never grew in these spaces. To make another point, women have value, and that's just it.
I hate y'all. Y'all
That's
got me agreeing.
Come on.
Y'all got me agreeing with Daryl
Come
Long.
on, man. Like,
Let's go with.
yo, listen, wait.
Let's go
Let me
with-
say this real quick.
No. We just giving our final thoughts real quick.
Oh.
So Beanz, you want to use yours on responding? Go ahead.
Yo, the intellectual stand. Like, shout out to white people. Yo, this shit gets on my nerves. Stop it, Daryl. Like in real whole life, bro. Stop. Yeah, come on, man. You know that damn well. Like when he said vagina, it wasn't limited to her vagina. He specifically said that she looked good. So come on, man. We're not just saying just because she has a vagina. You also have to look good. You also have to be a little bit good on panels and stuff. We're talking about YouTube. But when you minimize it to YouTube, you can make that argument. But we talking about in real whole life. In real life, bro. You can't tell me you ain't seen 30, 40, 50 chicks that you be like, she got a kid? She got 3 kids? Who was hitting that? Right? But she got a vagina. Period.
May I take my minute, Pam?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
The black woman is God.
Well, this is a pushback from Fatty, right? Because when you talk about who the men marry, right? Because they try to paint the narrative that beautiful women get more play than uglier women, but majority of these, according to Fatty, you have made these statements before. Majority of these women, wives who they chose to marry, is ugly. And one of the big content creator specifically that we talk about, you stated his wife was ugly, but yet he chose the ugly wife to marry for 20-some years, but none of the beautiful women. Of course, okay, beautiful women is like a play toy. It's something to play with. But who these men is choosing in real life, and especially according to you, that most of their wives is very unattractive, according to you.
Sir, they still fucking.
But you just
if I pick an ugly woman, I still am fucking her.
Did he land his plane? Go ahead.
Fatty, you made a distinction between ugly and beautiful, made it seem like beautiful on his pedestal. But what I'm saying is that don't matter to a majority of the men, because the majority of men still, even though we talked about Anton, he still decided to marry what you would say to a woman that's way less attractive than Q, according to you.
They're teenage lovebirds. They're the first. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Find no pretty.
He want to be like 3 years ago. He knows the Rita for 25 years. That man is being the ride or die. What the hell are you talking about?
To Trump Ali point, you just made a statement that most of these men will have a wife and go cheat on the side. Well, the specific person, Anton, not cheating with you, so that's not even true.
Sir, that's the point. Men will pick women that do right by them, and they will chase pussy on the side like Sharon. Yes, that's the point. Pussy is that valuable.
Sharon,
it's valuable enough for you to pursue it, even though you have everything figured out.
Sharon, take your minute. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sharon.
Where's your woman?
He's here.
Go ahead, Sharon.
I think it's weird that the men that don't clearly have any visible woman are the one that's talking about that women don't have no value. So clearly that's no value to them. So it's just what it is. And I think Aaron O said it the best. Stupid men, they do not see value in women besides their vagina. And it's just as simple as that. So if you're stupid, then yes, pussy is the only thing that you see valuable in a woman. But if you're trying to build something, you're trying to build a life, you can ask anybody that's been with somebody for long term, a woman for long term, I should say, because some of these men do not want women clearly because they got hatred towards women. So they want clearly the same thing as themselves. So stupid men don't like vagina.
Aaron?
That's not my phraseology.
Yeah,
I guess that's what you received from that. My thoughts, and we just needed more parameters around the combo, because in a relationship and just women that exist in the world having value to men is very, very subjective. I think the question, if it would evolve to if you could have no sexual experience with women, how valuable would they be? Then that would change the whole dynamic. So yeah, that's it. Is the final thoughts about the question, or what do you mean final thoughts?
Well, you got 30 seconds, but yeah, generally about this question specifically.
Okay,
that's what we discussed.
Yeah, so I think decent dialogue.
Okay.
Can I ask Aaron a question right quick? Him 2 seconds.
No, sir. If you don't mind, sorry, JP. I got one more question, my G. World class.
I think I'm standing solid on my point. I just think it's actually a question to you as well. I'll make the statement and ask you the same question. I think people's personal experience on whether or how they are accepted by women is influencing it, which it should. But to you, Ham, how many genuine answers do you think you're going to get, or can we expect to get from that type of question with respects to their personal experience?
Well, if it's subjective based on personal experience, people would assume that they're being 100% honest. Mm-hmm. But you're saying when I hear sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I like what you're saying. Yeah, that clarifies.
I mean, when I hear the question, I didn't. With my initial sentiment, feeling, which hard to trust feelings, right. I didn't necessarily think anybody was just lying through their teeth per se. I think if they really dive into it and had time, they might be like, "Oh, I was bugging." But initially, I think that was their first thought.
How close would our answers be to the truth? That's basically what I'm saying. Because if you have men that frequently get vagina, since that's specifically what we're talking about, and you got other men that are getting rejected by that same vagina, when we ask the question like, what's the value outside of it, to Sharon's point, when are we getting genuine answers about the world we actually live in versus like resentment? and at the same token, if you're getting it, lack of appreciation because you get it so easy.
Yeah, no, all of it's true. Like, for instance, if I assess the answers, Cheeky saying he done that shit before, that would probably be the answer. I'd be like, the fuck out of here. Right? Just being 100% honest when you initially hear it. You're like, I did it before, I could do it again. I'm like, who the fuck would do that? You know what I mean? But I know for a fact he was being honest too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if I'm just looking at it, I'm like,
you don't know who he is.
Yeah, okay. I mean that's understand. I think the experiences have a lot to do with where the answer's coming from.
Can I interject real fast?
No, sir.
Okay.
Did everybody get their 60 seconds on this one? Jay Prince definitely did. Beanz, did you get no? Beanz did.
No, I didn't get no 60 seconds. I was just redoing a response.
No, you. What happened was you used your 60 seconds responding.
I ain't getting one in those 60 seconds, DJ. But mine's
you didn't get one? Yes, you did.
Mine's is fast. I promise it's fast. It's a question to you.
Okay.
And can I get a follow-up?
Nigga didn't get one.
So this
if you are good out there, and you seem like there's that room I see is bumpy, like seem like
Go ahead, Ali.
So in the way the question was presented,
yes,
this is the danger of what happens when we have conversations like this, and the way people can conflate two things. So when you ask this question, we separated the woman from the vagina, correct? In this question,
sure.
What the few of the brothers did, which happens constantly, especially by women, and it's a feminine trait as well too. Not staying on logic as well. No disrespect to the brothers, no pun intended. Is they conflated us discussing the value of vagina to disliking women. So I'm gonna ask you, in all this conversation, did you hear any of the brothers say that they dislike women or don't value women?
Don't value. But didn't hear anybody say dislike.
Who said they didn't value women?
Well, I'm saying you asked me which one did I
I'm
hear
saying
more?
the brother. So I'm not going to say the more intentional brothers discuss the value of vagina. We would discuss separate from the woman.
Okay, I got you.
So
So did anybody say
it conflated to the dislike of a woman? But we were saying the value of a woman separate from the vagina. So I'm asking you, did any brother on the panel say they dislike or disvalue women?
Okay, sorry. So did anybody say women are valueless in and of themselves? No. But the fact that they lose so much value being separate from vagina, I think the assumption would be that you don't value them.
Right.
But isn't that a dangerous assumption to go since we're discussing the value of vagina separate than the value of a woman that all of a sudden men disvalue?
I don't think it's really dangerous, right, Ham?
Well, what is this? Ali,
Beanz, what's your favorite word?
What it is I'm saying what would people most likely to hear, right? Because people are hearing from a place as well. So if we simply say you remove a vagina and they don't have value,
right?
What would people surmise from that statement?
But nobody said they didn't have value. What we were saying that the reason why men are pursuing women is because of the value of the vagina.
But answer the question. Answer what he asked you, please.
No one said
I think it was a good question that you posed. I mean, if we're saying that
I really want to get to the next question. I don't want to rush through necessarily.
I was just saying, I mean, it has to make sense by us asking the question that, and we keep reiterating that if a woman has, if she's not giving up the pussy, she has no value. We've said that a million different times from the men here tonight. So you're literally telling women outside of sex, you have no value.
Oh, see, they're alone. Listen, stop. This is my point. Hold on, Ali. This is my point. This is why earlier then when we talked about having
he got 15 seconds, Jay Prince.
This is why we talked about having a deeper conversation,
right?
Don't waste your time.
I want to have a surface ass conversation. That's not what's being said. We didn't go into depth about how they don't bring more. They ain't bringing more. How can I expect you to bring something that you're not showing me?
Yeah, you said that, Beanz, right?
Like, come on.
You said that, right? But also look what you just prefaced your statement with. We didn't go into depth, right? So based on the depth we went in, I'm just saying what people were more likely to hear. Go ahead.
You're saying the takeaway.
The takeaway.
Okay.
So I hope you don't take this disrespect.
I heard what you said though, Beanz. Yeah,
absolutely, I got you.
I hope you take this disrespect him if I ask you. Being a married man, right? When you vetted according based on what they were saying, women just about pussy, based on what they saying. When you had to vet your woman, would you have married a prostitute? Meaning that the only thing that woman can bring you is pussy. Would you want to marry her, a woman that's just only for pussy, right?
No, I wouldn't.
Because why? When you decide to marry your wife, did she have way more value than just being a prostitute or a hoe?
Yeah.
A free hoe, like she just
That's
give you free. No, stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Nobody interrupt y'all.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Well, exactly. So it wasn't just her pussy, because if it was just about pussy, you would have married a hoe, right?
If it was only about pussy, then I guess hoes would be valid, but my name does matter. So my name would be muddy as shit if she was a whore.
And exactly, because so that means your name, meaning that you got to find a woman with value outside of just her pussy.
Hey, can I ask you? Can I ask you what I asked, please?
And we're gonna just have to move on, bro.
No, we're not gonna move on because you said. I mean, world class. Can I ask you the question? That's not how I
I'm gonna answer Ali's question, then we'll get to this last question.
So I'm gonna say your whole life. Would you rather marry a woman for the rest of your life that does everything for you and you can't have sex with, or a woman that doesn't do nothing detrimental to you, but she doesn't do nothing for you that you have sex with?
Yeah, and just to be clear, I don't have any other outside options, correct?
No other options.
Then I would marry the woman who's a push. As long as she ain't getting in the way and she ain't hurting me or harming me, right? Then I would go with that because I couldn't go sexless.
Yep.
Thank you.
That woman is better than most women. She doesn't harm you at all.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Miss Polly with the $5 says, good evening. Nice to see the fellas this evening. Handsome gentlemen being great isn't hard to find after all. Sway with the $2 says, I hate all these old niggas. They all infamous. Laugh out loud. HQ with the $5 says, I appreciate Daryl, who is a shit starter, contrarian, and a person who goes against the thick narrative here. We need these people for check and balance. JJ with the 20 yen said, world class built like an empty Capri Sun. Red Pill Ranger with the $5 says, if we has life like sex androids, I'd be done with 304's pocket pussy is too close to masturbation. But that sex droid like Cherry 2000, yeah, buddy. Harambe Jack with the 50 balls. He says, I have intentionally never oftenly publicly endorsed Sharon Dale or even JP's particular point of views because they mostly anti-male, pro-female, black men need to, ellipsis, fill in the blank. But their voices are needed because a minority of men do need a cemetery nap.
The black woman is God.
Salute to Harambe Jack.
Come on, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money. Bullshit. I see you shining, nigga. I can smell a motherfucker with money. Even Ray Charles can see you got money.
Tanisha was popping with the $2. World class off subject, but size bra do you wear? Dark Relief, salute for becoming a member. Doris with the $10 says, shout out to the men on the top row. Red Pill Ranger with the $5 says, take the pussy off women and we would never look at them again unless we already loved them before the great coochie rapture and she's an anal queen. The dating pool with the $2 says, Beanz is the reason women are saying hell no. HQ with the $5 says, some men like Beanz don't deserve female subs. I call for respect and he has none for us. No.
That's a lady. Yeah, no, I did.
Miss Deb with the $10 says, so if a man just had a female body part in a can, you don't think you would still naturally be drawn to a woman for other things? Do you think men would only hang with men and go home to the can?
Mostly.
Bob with the $2 says, Jay Prince has the Cam Newton starter kit outfit. Miss Deb, salute. Angry Man, I got you. I appreciate you, my brother. Bob with the $5 says, Cheeky, without that hat, you look 15 years older and have bodied 1,000 women.
Damn.
Reaper with the $2 says, JP, can you explain what healers are then? Jay Miller with the $2 says, are any of the simps on the panel? Are any of the simps on the panel married? And Money with the $2 says, shout out to Fatty and Ilkhan Ali. They real niggas. HQ with the $2 says, JP, you wow. Bob with the $5 says, Daryl, what kind of country club federal prison are you in that allows a studio? Great lawyer.
The one your mom financed.
Alexis for the $2 says, I can call to make your doctor's appointments. They do. Mr. Payne with the $10 says, an interesting theory tonight. A coochie-less honey still has value everywhere else. I would simply smash a honey with one if that don't violate the terms of the question. Bob with the $5 says, JP has an unusual ability to be deeply misogynistic while at the same time bordering the relentless simpism. Shout out to me and Maze. Bob with the $5 says, Hamp talked to the panel like he's a headmaster at a boys reform school.
Damn.
Man. Rock Den with the $5 says, bro code is bro code and nothing else. What the fuck? Angry Man with the 20 ball. He says, men seek the counsel of women when they want to be coddled and babied. Men seek the counsel of men when they want to actually improve. But men who raised by men know that, and there's nothing rainbow about that. Joker Bed with the $2 says, get the likes up. Only a half of you all push the like button. Please hit the like button. Salute the Joker Bed. Bob with the $5 says, men can't be friends with a woman that they are physically attracted to. Red Pill Ranger with the $5 says, stop bringing up family members that the question was about romantic partners, exclamation point. Of course you wouldn't care as your mom vagina disappears. Shit is goofy. Angry Man with the $10 says, is this what quote unquote women's perspective show tonight? A lot of moisture on the panel tonight. Harambe Jack with the $10 says, somebody baby crying in the background? Dog, whoever on the panel is neglecting their children, get offline, go take care of your kids. It's stepmommy season. Find a single mom and raise her kids up. Mr. Payne with the $10 says, fellas, do you realize your no sex commentary is in conflict with your nature, whether you agree with it or not? Harambe Jack with the $5 says, I'll take a 30-year marriage with a good pretty woman, no sex over anything goes freak with a gawk firebox any day. No homo, hoes are not worth it. John Henry with the $5 says, vagina has no value unless there is a buyer willing to pay the price to possess it. Shadow Dragon was popping with the $10 says, some of them say Some of them say women bring more value than box until you find out the same dudes all in their DMs for box and exposing her personal info and photos later after they get angry. Niggas lying. Caesar's Pals with the $2 says, I'm sorry, Beanz / Ali. You have to sit through this. MC Heavy Tits with the $5 says, if most men only see pussy as the main value in women, why are women blamed for picking the wrong men? Rock Den with the $5 says, some of the brothers marching for women in your red high heels still doesn't bring out their respect from her. Salute the Napkin for becoming a member. Quentin with the $2 says, you're being mentored by a woman? MC Heavy Tits with the $10 says, so if an attractive chick didn't have no pussy, but a 300-pound ugly chick had as a pussy, would most men go for the attractive chick or the overweight chick? Holiday, salute. HQ with the $5 says, Beanz just said half his species is obsolete. He just came out the
shit.
What?
That's
Kazi was popping. Appreciate you. Kazi with the 500 yen says, all day, every day, the home bicycle over the 911 GT3 RS my butt was sitting in last night. All for my hubby to have more female friends. AP with the 20 ball said, here's the truth. Women have value, but 95% of men would not move a woman into his home if the box is off the table. If kids are off the table, we would use them as a resource only. Let's be honest, gentlemen. John Henry with the 10 ounces also consider that if you're 6'4" getting vagina on the regular versus being 5 foot and not getting vagina at all, that life experience will determine a woman's value to a man as well. The dating pool with the $2 says, Ali, you don't always need gotcha moments. Red Pill Ranger with the $5 says, would you marry / date a woman who was cut off above the pussy, just a torso and arms? This shit certified goofy. I'm disgusted. Nas with the $5 says, the main value from women will always be sex. If it isn't, then you have to validate this same quote-unquote value for the gay / trans since they're human too. Sean Brewer with the $5 says, Bernie Mac said it best. Pussy so good, I can't wait till they put that shit in cans. Exclamation point. Motherfuckers would be shoplifting. Def Jam. I remember that. God bless his dad. G Firm, what up though? With the $5 says, what it do? What they do, homie? Just showing love. Salute, my brother. Hope all is well. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. It helps the channel the most. Get the likes up, get the likes up, get the likes up. We got 764 people. The likes are at, this shit taking long to refresh. Needless to say, they aren't enough. So please click off the chat. I slowed it down to 45 seconds, I think. Hit the like button, click back on the chat. I promise you won't miss anything. All right.